I recently learned this ridiculously simple prompt, this one prompt, and it completely changed the quality of my outputs from ChatGPT. And I want to give a shout out to Callan Faulkner from The Uncommon Business because she's the one who taught this to me, and it was almost like unlocking a whole new version of AI. So the exact phrase or prompt is at the end of whatever request that you're doing into ChatGPT, at the end you want to put, "Ask me clarifying questions." Now I'm going to show you a demo of this, of what this looks like before you use that prompt and after. And you'll just start to see how different this is, how crazy it is. The reason why it helps you get better output is that it forces ChatGPT to get more context from you first before giving you an answer. So let's just dive right into ChatGPT and I'll show you what this looks like. So let's just say I'm going to use the example of I want help writing an email to my list. So I'm going to say, write an email that I'm going to send out to my list. It will be about the importance of using YouTube in your marketing strategy for your business. Include some data and then give people a call to action at the end for signing up for a YouTube strategy consultation. Okay, so let's say I need help with that. I'm going to hit enter. Let's see what it outputs, and then I'm going to show you what this looks like with the ask me clarifying questions prompt. So right off the bat, it writes me an email that's, not too bad, but it's definitely not in my voice. It's not something I'd send out as is. It's giving some pretty decent facts, but again, it feels a little impersonal and generic, right? So I'm going to open up a new window now, and we're going to copy this exact command, and then I'm going to add ask me clarifying questions. So I'm going to go to new chat. I'm going to paste that in and then go ask me clarifying questions. Okay, so let's see what comes up. You can see here, it's asking me about audience type, about tone, data preference, call to action, length, all this kind of stuff. So yes, you do need to spend a little bit of time and answer these questions, but they can be super fast. And even you can use the diction so that it just types out for you to make it go faster. So let's try this out. So I'm gonna click on dictate. I'm gonna select a different microphone from the one that I'm using to record right now. Okay. Test, test. All right, so my audience type are expert-based business owners, mainly coaches, consultants, thought leaders. My tone of voice, I want the email to feel conversational, like talking to a friend, but still professional. And maybe having a story in there would be good. Data preference. I would like you to pull data for the YouTube platform, but that speaks specifically to YouTube for business, using the YouTube platform for business. So how YouTube drives leads, sales, and speaking opportunities. The call to action would be to jump on a YouTube strategy call with us. It's a 90-minute YouTube strategy call. And what they'll have to do is click on a link where they can read in more detail what they get from that call, and from there they'll be able to purchase. The length of the email should be, I'm open to the length as long as the email is potent. So show me what you got, give me your best recommendation. All right, so I'm gonna hit the check mark. So you see there, like I didn't have to, even though you might not particularly know the answers very, very well, you can stay sort of like general, like they give you, I like that it already gives you some choices and options to choose from. So you can go as specific and like really dive deep into the tone of the email that you want, or just answer as it has here, either educational or personal. I wanted a little bit of both. So now that it's typed all that out for me, I'm going to give it what it wants, the answers, and let's see what comes back. Okay, so it wrote out an email for me. So let's see what it says. Hey, I hope you're doing great. I've been thinking lately about one powerful piece of business strategy that many Coaches, consultants still underused. YouTube, I want to share a story, da 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 da. So right off the bat, that feels more like personal. So I like that opening. A while back, I was working with a consultant friend who was doing amazing work, but relying mostly on webinars, da 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 da. So it's really cool. Like, it went into a story here, and obviously you'll want to edit it for accuracy. But right away, I like how it's like a more conversational and personal opening. It goes into a story which is engaging. It's drawing the reader in, some data about why it works. Okay, so this is like a much, obviously, longer email. So if I wanted to, I could ask it to make it shorter. Obviously, anything that I'm reading in here that I want tweaked, I can now go in here and say, you know, can you make it shorter? I overall like the format of this with the different sections, but let's refine this a little bit more and make it shorter. You can go in there and tweak what you want. But this already is such a better email, and closer to what I would send out. Obviously, the length is a little long, but closer to what I would send out than the more generic email over here, which we first started out with, right? Which is just super surface level. So play with this and try it out for whatever it is that you're working with ChatGPT. It can be super tempting to just write out a command and press enter, but definitely do this step, this extra step of ask me clarifying questions. It doesn't have to take a long time for you. It doesn't have to do a lot of extra work. You can literally just dictate it out like I just did, and it's going to give you way, way better outputs. If you want as well, and this is a little bit of a bonus tip for you, you can combine this prompt of ask me clarifying questions with this prompt of you are a email marketing expert, for example. Like, tell it what hat and what expertise it has, so that you're telling it answer from this lens. So what that looks like is, you know, I had the prompt up here of write me an email. So before, I would put, you are the best email marketing expert in the world. Write an email that I'm going to da 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 da, and then end it off with ask me clarifying questions. So try it out and let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear about it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.